Hey there everyone, today I'm going to be bringing you a video of how to buy a used bike and what to look for. You see, there's many things that you need to look for when buying a used bike. I think everybody knows that. Alright, so the first step to buying a used bike, you got to go prepared. When you're going to look for a bike, when you're going to look at, the only things you need is a vehicle to get there. I walked here to look at these bikes right here. So you're gonna need your transportation. You're gonna need, in case for some strange reason that the person that owns the bike that you're gonna look at is a kookin' crazy person, and they want to hurt you for some strange odd reason when you're looking at the bike. Maybe they want to rob your money that you brung to buy the bike. So you need to bring some weapons. Bring 2 guns with you. No, not them kind of guns. Bring a shotgun. Or bring you a rifle. Or if you're really like straight up paranoid scared, bring you bring you a samurai. Alright, so after you're done showing the people that you mean business, if they want to mess with you, you got weapons. Alright, second step, bring your helmet. I don't know how many times I've seen people go to look at bikes and they wind up crashing the daggum thing, and they hit their noggin on the ground and they get a concussion or something, and then they have to go to the hospital or something and they can't buy the bike. I mean, shoot, I've done it before. I've wrecked a bike. I didn't have a helmet. I was going to look at a little Kawasaki and hit some bamboo poles on the ground. That daggum thing slid out and I hit my head on the ground and I was like, daggum, should have brought my helmet. But bring your helmet. That'll show the person that you mean business about taking that sucker for a test drive, and you might be interested in buying it, so bring your helmet. Alright people, so when you go to look at a bike, this is step, I think 3, but shoot, there's different kinds of bikes. There's street bikes, there's cruiser bikes, there's like this thing right here, XR100 trail bike, and like a KX250 motocross bike, 2-stroke. Now, what you're gonna want to look for, I'll start with this 2-stroke motocross bike here. You're gonna walk up to it. They should have it on a stand like this one right here. You're gonna walk up to it, and first thing you're gonna see is if the thing's dirty. Shoot dang, look at this thing. This thing's dirty. This owner have been taking care of this thing. I mean, look at that look at that dirt and mud. Daggum. Alright, you're gonna want to look at the engine. Yeah, the engine looks good. Looks like it might have a fresh top end on her. That cylinder looks pretty clean. Shoot, that should be good. You're gonna want to look at the tires. Yeah, that front tire looks pretty good. Brake pads look alright. Gotta shake them brake pads. If they bad, you gonna wreck. And fork seals, they good, they ain't leaking. Let's see, plastics, kinda new. But, shoot, if you ride woods lot like me, who needs fancy plastics, you know? Alright, let's get another view on this thing here. Get a look at over here. Alright, you're gonna want it. Now, this is a motocross bike, 2-stroke. It's got a big fat pipe on it, so you want to check that thing out. And it got a dent in there right there. Looks like it might have hit a tree or something, but it's a pro circuit pipe. Shoot, dang, that's good. That's aftermarket. Add a little bit. Oh man, look at that big old dent right there. Right there on the part of stinger. Oh, that's gonna rob some power. Might need a new pipe or something. Everything else looks pretty good. Looks like it's been kicking the crap out of it. Look at that Kickstarter right there and that brake pedal. Got some chips coming off the metal. Oh, well, who cares? Alright, let's get another view on here. And them grips kind of worn out. And it'll be alright. Must mean he's been riding the snot out of this thing. Gotta check the gas. Check this gas right here. And it's got gas in it. You need to smell this thing. Whoa, whoa! That thing got some high-powered stuff in there. Probably like 150 octane, something like that. Alright, this bike looks pretty good. Let's check out this XR right here. Now, what you want to look for when you're checking out a bike like this is, let's see, it's a trail bike. It's a 4-stroke. I mean, all them internal parts in there, who knows what could be broke, but, shoot, this XR. This thing's last forever. You could drop an atomic bomb on this thing and it'd still be good. I ain't gonna check nothing on this thing. Step 4, test drive. Right. So, last step, put your noggin protector on. If you crash, you're gonna look like a complete fool with a splattered brain all over the ground. Alright, here's this trail bike here. First things first, get on the thing. Alright, put the kickstand up. Put in the... Shoot, this thing won't even go into first gear. What a piece of junk already. Alright, well, let's see if this thing will go in. It won't go in. Holy moly, this thing will only go into 5th gear. I'd say this owner that has owned this bike has been a very bad owner. He must have been clocking, stripping gears and all them under 5, you know. Alright, well, it's going to be kind of hard to take off on this thing since it will only go in the highest gear. So, next step, pull the clutch in. It's 5-speed manual. Kick start it. Uh-oh. Then start first kick. Must not be a true XR. Daggum's got a bit of compression. Alright, we gotta crank up. Alright, now you gotta take off. Holy moly. Alright, we're gonna have to do some basic maneuvers here. Man, for 5th gear, this thing's got some power. You saw, I can barely control it. All right, let's put it back into neutral. All right, we know it runs. Let's see if this thing will idle. You always want to make sure your bike idles. All right, yeah, it idles. Let's see if it'll rev up real good. So when you go to take off on your motocross bike here, now these big bikes are gonna have a little bit more power than a little old trail bike like you just saw. Now that thing has some power though, but shoot, walk up to it, take it off the stand. Who needs a stand anymore? All right, so gonna. Ooh, he's got some oil on the daggum seat for some reason. Gonna get up on it like so. Gonna see how much compression it's got by just kicking over lightly. Whoo! This thing got some daggum compression. Oh! Man, I might break my foot trying to crank this sucker. Alright. So, crank it up, put it in first gear, and do a light test drive. You don't want to crash this thing. This thing got some power, so crank it up, do a light test drive. ripped me off the bike, as you just saw. Getting a little crazy there. Be careful on these big bikes, kids. They got some power. Alright, so as you can see, both bikes run. I'd buy them both. I'd snatch them suckers up like none. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and these are steps you need to take when going to look at a used bike. Have a good day.